Welcome to the Be Code by Tiffany, where we redefine what it means to be bold, independent, tenacious, confident, and honest, so you can stop shrinking, stop settling, and start becoming the woman that you were always meant to be. I'm your host, Tiffany, life coach and creator of the Be Code, and your guide to flipping the switch from self-doubt to self-worth. And today, we're talking about something that has the power to shift your entire life from the inside out. Please trust me on this one, and that is gratitude. This episode of the Be Code was brought to you by my upcoming book, How to Become a Bitch and Live Happily Ever After. In this book, I reclaim bitch as an acronym. It's not about attitude, it's about freedom. And inside, I take you deeper into each of these 5 pillars, expanding them into a full journey back to yourself. This book is my heart, my story, and the framework that has helped countless women transform their lives. It comes out this year, but you don't have to wait. I created a free Be Code starter guide just for you. 5 pillars, 5 practices, 1 powerful shift, so that you can start stepping into your bold, independent, tenacious, confident, and honest self, which just happens to be the best version of you. It's yours at blossomlifeco.com/Be Code Starter Guide. Download it today and start living your Be Code. So, gratitude isn't just saying thank you. It's actually a state of being, and it's what shifts your life from surviving to thriving. And in the Be Code, gratitude is the invisible thread that ties everything together. Bold, independent, tenacious, confident, and honest. Because self-care starts with self-awareness, and gratitude is awareness in its purest form. Gratitude is one of the highest forms of self-care because what it does, it shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already here, so we can attract more blessings. And when you practice that daily, you begin to reprogram your mind, and you stop scanning for what's wrong in your life, and you start noticing what's working. And that's how you move from lack to abundance. So when I first started practicing gratitude, I thought it was just something that I needed to do, like a checklist, write it down and move on. But then something shifted. The more I wrote down what I was grateful for, the more I started to see things to be grateful for. And it wasn't just a feeling, it was showing up in my life. More peace and more positivity and more opportunities and certainly more blessings. It was like my focus was creating my reality. And that's when it really clicked for me. Gratitude wasn't just about helping me feel better. It was changing what I was experiencing. So I stayed consistent with it every day. And because I saw what it was doing in my life, I decided to create something of my own. So I created the Blossom Gratitude Journal by me, Tiffany Antosi, because I didn't want this to just be something I practiced. I wanted it to be something that I lived. And I still use this journal every single day because I've seen what happens when you focus on what's working. You start creating more of it. Like I said, more happiness, more alignment, more blessings, more everything. And that's when I knew for sure that gratitude isn't a practice. It's a power. Now let's apply this to the Be Code because I want you to understand how gratitude expands every part of the Be Code. So let's talk about B for bold. Gratitude helps you stand in your present moment without apology. You stop wishing your story was different and you just start owning it. I for independent. Gratitude releases your need for external validation. You realize you're already enough without approval and without permission. T for tenacious. Gratitude builds resilience. So instead of why me, you begin asking, what is this teaching me? C for confident. Gratitude reminds you of your strengths. Every time you've overcome something becomes evidence that you can handle what's next. Honest, which is H, gratitude grounds you in truth. You begin to see your life clearly, your growth, your lessons, your blessings, without judgment. So I want you to start something simple today, but it's powerful. I want you to write down 3 things that you're grateful for, but don't just list them. Go deeper and ask yourself why. So, for an example, I want you to say something like, I'm grateful for my strength because I didn't give up. Or, I'm grateful for this challenge because it's shaping me into who I'm becoming. Or maybe I'm grateful for today because I showed up for myself. So let this be something that you feel, not just something you write. So it's time for our flip the switch. And if you've been listening to my podcast, you know what this is about. So this is where your real power comes in. When you catch yourself thinking something like, nothing is working for me, or why does this always happen to me, or I'm so behind, I want you to pause and I want you to immediately flip the switch and replace it with something that's going to serve you. Like, something here is working for me and I'm willing to see it. Or, this is happening for me, not to me. Or, I may not be where I want to be yet, but I'm still moving forward. Do you see the difference? So when you start focusing on positivity, you can find a lesson in almost every negative thing happening in your life. And when you find the lesson in it, it becomes a positive. So this is how you rewire your mind. And this is how you take your power back in real time. To one of my favorite parts of my podcasts, my intention for you. So my intention for you today for this podcast is that gratitude becomes more than just something you practice, that it becomes who you are, and that you wake up each day grounded in appreciation for how far you've come and for everything you have, and open to everything that's still unfolding for you. Also, that you begin to see that your struggles are sacred teachers, and your detours are your divine direction, and your life is something that is already working out in your favor because you're not waiting to become whole. I want you to know that you already are. Here are some key takeaways from today's episode. Gratitude is not just something you do, as you've heard me say over and over again. It's who you become when you choose to see your life through a different lens. So when you live in gratitude, you stop focusing on what's missing and you start honoring what's already here. And that shift alone has the power to transform everything. Gratitude is what grounds you in the present moment. It allows you to stand boldly in your story instead of wishing that it looked different or that you were living somebody else's. It's what frees you from needing validation. Because when you're grateful for who you are and what you have, you stop asking others to confirm your worth, and you stop comparing yourself to what other people have. It's what built your resilience. Because instead of seeing challenges as setbacks, you begin to see them as assignments, or as opportunities, or as growth. Gratitude strengthens your confidence by reminding you of your track record. Everything that you've already overcome, everything you've already handled, everything that didn't break you. And it deepens your honesty. Because when you live in gratitude, you stop avoiding your truth and you start embracing your full journey without judgment. Gratitude shifts your mind from scarcity to abundance, and from fear to trust, and from control to surrender. And the more you focus on what's working, the more you begin to create more of it. And when I say more of it, I mean more peace, more joy, more alignment, more blessings, more good stuff, okay? Because your focus is powerful, and what you consistently give your attention to expands. So the real takeaway is this: you don't need to wait for your life to change to feel grateful. You become grateful, and then your life begins to change. And that's the B code. And I want you to know that you're not broken. You don't need fixing. What you need is remembering how to tap into your worth, your voice, your power. And that's what we're going to do here together, here on this podcast, because you are the heroine of your own story. I'm just here to remind you. So I hope you tune in and join me every other week to get your dose of truth, empowerment, and perhaps a gentle nudge to become the woman you were always meant to be.